Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as was the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. Listen, as we look at this space right now, we are still seeing some fireworks happening. The overall altcoin market has erupted in the last 24 hours. And today it's a significant day. Why? Well, because now we actually have proof that the big players are here. They have been here and they are ready. We're going to go over that. We're going to address it. But also beyond that, I think that today confirms on why you should also be diversified. Because as we look at Bitcoin trailing around $44,000, trying to make a new yearly high, the overall market cap of crypto is up 4%. We're at $1.61 trillion. Altcoins are blasting off. Love to see HBAR making some pretty big moves. There's a ton of other altcoins making some great moves today on the 7-day span. Again, almost 100% gains here and also double-digit figures here. But XRP is down on the 7-day span about 2%. It has not done much at all. Remember, when XRP does move, it does move in a big way. We're still waiting on that. We're still waiting on XRP to move. And I know that this gets frustrating, right? It really does. Because as we look at XRP and we know everything about XRP, and then we go to the 7-day span and we see meme coins up 100%, we question what the hell is actually going on? Well, it's because we're not in a utility-driven market. Nobody cares about utility. Everyone cares about hype. Everyone cares about speculation. How can I get rich as fast as possible? And that's exactly what we see. We see the retail FOMO chasing green candles on meme coins just to get sold off. Like, for example, I'm sure that there's a lot of people that bought up here. And don't get me wrong, could these altcoins or meme coins, I should say, bounce back? Sure, they can. But a lot of the retail sector becomes exit liquidity on FOMO moves. With XRP, I know that we're sitting here and we're wondering, why the hell isn't XRP moving? Solana, which we all know about Solana, is at number 5. It just flipped XRP. What is going on with XRP? That's what everyone's questioning. And it could be a very simple answer, which is nobody cares about utility at this point. But that will change eventually. And that's why I do think that diversification is so crucial. Because although XRP is one of my top holdings, it's one of many. And I've addressed this multiple times. Make sure that you are diversified. Make sure that you understand where we are at right now in this market. Make sure that you understand what kind of market that we're actually in. Now, with that being said, remember that XRP is usually last to run. It usually does this. I've seen a lot of people say, well, this time it's going to be different. And following into that mindset could get you wrecked, right? Understand that this space does what this space does best, which is follows the altcoin flow, which means XRP is most likely going to be the last runner, just like it usually is. But does that mean that you should follow through on that mindset as well? No, you should be neutral. You should say, okay, well, if this time is different, I'll be positioned either way. Because again, anything can happen. But as we know, when XRP does wake up in a big way, it wakes up in a big way. Hell, even 2020 and 2021 is proof of this. Because if we go off of the lows to where we were at back in, of course, 2021, it did still do a significant gain in the market against all odds. And I do believe that this time around, XRP is going to shock a lot of people. Now, with that in mind, a ton of ETF meetings, a ton of ETF hype, and it's continuing. Bitcoin is nearly at $44,000, and we are seeing the hype machine going and going and going. We've seen here from Mike Novogratz, hey, spot Bitcoin ETF will be approved before January 10th. And hey, Mike knows best. This is an individual that, well, I'm just going to say it, probably has insider information. From what we have seen within the documents from the ETHgate scenario, we know that Mike has had insider information in the past. But listen closely to this video.
A little victory lap. Listen, the Fed's pivot is really important. That press conference was as dovish as anybody expected. And the markets are behaving that way. You look at, fixed income markets, equity markets, they all are now trading a Fed pivot. And is it, March, January, or do they wait till the April meeting? We'll see. We'll see what their narrative is. We'll see what the inflation data is. But this is all based on inflation coming down, and it's not based on growth collapsing. And so they shifted to a more inflation-focused Fed, which gives them the room to cut rates. I think crypto likes it. We're going to get this ETF before January 10th. That's kind of the drop dead date that Gensler has before he gets in trouble with Grayscale and the lawsuit. And so I think you're going to see this, announced. It won't start trading then, right? That probably takes 6 to 8 weeks after that. But it's just more fuel for a fire.
So there you guys have it. And again, yeah, it's not going to get approved immediately. It's not going to be live immediately. It's going to take some time. But it seems as though we are coming down the wire. The SEC is in a tight scenario. But also they did have Michael Saylor on as well, Bloomberg Crypto actually. Now this one, I'm not going to play the clip. It's 6 minutes long, guys. But Michael Saylor basically says that spot Bitcoin ETFs may be the biggest development on Wall Street in the last 30 years. Now, yes, these ETFs are going to be a huge game player. But the problem is when I look at the ETFs, and I've mentioned this in the past, we need to prepare for a massive sell-off. We need to prepare for this being a top signal, but we also have to prepare for this being more fuel. And I do think that these ETFs are getting hyped up massively. And I just talked about it. We need to understand the risk of these major news events and these mainstream media articles that are coming out. We're seeing the $30 trillion getting thrown around, this $1 trillion, that $1 trillion, this with these ETFs, $100,000 to $500,000 on Bitcoin immediately once we see, I've seen everything around this. But one thing that we know is that 2024 is going to be an absolute massive year for crypto. And I believe that XRP and the legitimate utility tokens are also going to have a big spotlight in this space going into 2024, because I think that we're starting to see the space mature a little bit. Although, yes, we still see meme coins going crazy. We still see, retail FOMOing into the memes. I still believe that once we see maturity in the space, which it seems as though 2024 is shaping up to be that, because we are starting to see compliance and standardization being brought up. I do think that XRP and XLM and HBAR, QNT, Algorand, Casper, etc., I think that those are going to be absolute giants in the space. But also outside of this, we also seen a few things regarding a Coinbase release. And here we have from BitcoinNews.com. Coinbase releases their 80-plus page 2024 crypto market outlook report. Their top 3 trends for Bitcoin next year are institutional interest, means Bitcoin will perform well even if the economy tanks. The halving, and then of course Bitcoin doesn't need de-dollarization to thrive. And as we look at this space, I actually just shared recently with you what happened back in March of this year. Everyone was betting on a March 2020 scenario, and we got a similar scenario, right? We had banks defaulting, we had banks going belly up, banks shutting down. It was all hell back in March of this year. And what's crazy is Bitcoin never lost 20K. It never lost 20K. The same exact way that once we had a significant break over $30,000, which happened just recently back in October, we never revisited $30,000. And I do believe that we're getting to the point of $40,000 now, basically being that same level where we're starting to go to $50,000, and it's kind of going to repeat that cycle there. But again, the reason why I bring up that March timeframe is as banks start to collapse and uncertainty was brewing around the market, we still seen crypto thrive just as it has in the past. So as we look at this report from Coinbase, yeah, I actually think that this is spot on. And Institutional demand, I see a lot of people pushing this idea that institutions are coming, institutions are FOMOing in, institutions are here. And I've talked about it. Institutional FOMO is definitely there, but the thing is that institutional FOMO has been around for a bit of time now. And what's crazy is that the largest institutions are already here. Check out this video. XRP Daily, XRP XLM Verse posted this. BlackRock, Vanguard, Goldman Sachs, and Citibank have all been building the infrastructure for tokenization this entire past year. 2024 is when they can start to scale. Once the digital revolution starts, it will bring exponential gains. Guys, you need to understand what the hell is going on here because this is an absolute bombshell statement. Listen closely.
What I can say is in terms of timing is I've been working on this for 5 years. So 5 years ago, nobody knew what it was. If you look at the banks today and the big asset managers and so on, each one of them has a team of anywhere between 20 and 400 people working on deploying tokenization-based solutions and infrastructure. It's a long build. So 23 is the year where we're building this, where we are going to have some water in the pipes, basically. Some initial deals, some transactions that you're seeing here and there, but institutional grade. What we've seen before was non-institutional grade assets going to retail and things like that. What we're going to start to see, just like KKR, but others as well. I had a conference in December, which I call The Asset Managers Are Coming. You know, we had Hamilton Lane on stage in Aberdeen, and you know, the likes of BlackRock are in the market, the likes of Vanguard and so on. So JP Morgan, as I said, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, they're all working on it. So 23 is the year where we're building the infrastructure. 24 is the year where it can start to scale. But like any digital revolution, once it starts scaling, it's quite exponential because it's very easily replicatable.
So, and there you guys have it. And again, a lot of these players that he did mention are already here. Aberdeen. For those H barbarians out there, you know Aberdeen is already tokenizing money market funds with Hedera. Guys, they're already here. They're already starting to build out. They're already starting to go live. But 2024 is when they scale it. And what's crazy about this is not enough people are looking at Ripple. Because again, as we look at this space, everyone is focused on what XRP is doing. XRP is down. XRP isn't doing much. XRP, what the hell is going on here? People are getting frustrated. I love to see this because what have I said? The road to wealth is not easy. It's not a path for everyone. When we see frustration and retail impatience brewing and becoming a big problem, the pressure is on, they start selling. They start moving. They start FOMOing into other things. They start getting out. And what have I said? Very small percentages will make it with XRP. I bring this up because, listen, we already know that Ripple has been at the forefront of this, and they have been pioneering on-demand liquidity with XRP as a bridge currency to eliminate the need for pre-funding and cross-border payments. This was back in 2019, mind you. Ripple announces more than 300 customers, RippleNet growth. And RippleNet growth has been a significant piece of the puzzle. But then just recently, November 30th, 2023, so we're talking, like this is insane because this is a 4-year difference here. In 4 years, they've grown over 200 more organizations. And again, with many using XRP as a bridge currency. Now, for those out there that are wondering, why isn't this skyrocketing XRP? Remember what I have said. XRP is a bridge currency for on-demand liquidity, aka Ripple payments. There's no loser on the other side. This just creates demand for XRP. It doesn't create, money flows for XRP. It creates demand. Now, outside of this, I do believe that demand will soon cause XRP to skyrocket in value. And the reason why I also say that is because guess what? Look at the year time frame. Going all the way back to October 13th to where we are at right now, we are building out a bull flag formation. We are building out this floor. We're waiting for the next move here. And we're still trading against that downtrend trend line, that macro trend line going all the way back to 2017 and 2018. Volume is still significant on XRP. We know that volume is significant for XRP, and we know that the demand there for XRP is very high. And this is all thanks to a lot of those major solutions like on-demand liquidity with Ripple payments. But outside of this, all of that demand will soon build and build and build, and then we will have that expansion. And I do believe that XRP will do very, very well. Make sure that you are taking profits. Make sure that you are paying yourselves. But outside of that, I do think that going into 2024, we are going to start to see a lot more institutional adoption, a lot more institutional focus and interest as well. And they are going to start launching a lot of these products. A lot of these products that, again, big players are already working with Ripple on. Here are just some of the names. But also remember Medico. Medico is a key player here. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we know that Medico offers pretty much everything. Custody, trading, Web3 governance, orchestration, tokenization, integration, security. And also, they are already partnered with some of the largest major banks out there and the largest players. I mean, look at some of these players that they partnered with going all the way back to 2022, and they are still on par with Medico. A lot of these are major banks. And if we scroll up, we could actually see Citi. We could see Arcix, which is working with Aberdeen, Societe Generale, BNP Paribas, Union Bank. I mean, these are giants. DZ Bank, VP Bank. And here's the Ripple acquisition. Right after that, we've seen GFT, HSBC, BBVA Switzerland, and then Zodiac Custody integrating with Medico, which is a Standard Chartered player. Guys, the big banks are here. The big players are here. They are absolutely tapped in. 2024 is going to be a monstrous year. Make sure that you are paying attention. I understand the frustration. I understand how upset you guys can get. That's why we diversify. That's why we tap into a few other players as well. 24-hour span has been great for altcoins. I do believe that 2024 is going to be even larger for altcoins, especially utility gems as well. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.